Smile. And hey, we are live here on a fabulous Friday with another great guest from Dell EMC, Paul Norkus. Paul, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's Friday, so things coming to the weekend. Holidays are coming in. Yeah, doing really good.
Awesome. Well, it's great to see you. Great to meet you for the first time. For our viewers and listeners, who are you? Give us some background on who you are and what role you play at Dell, this pretty
Sure.
big organization.
I'm Paul Norkus. I'm a product marketing manager focusing on the 5G space and marketing not only our Open Telecom Ecosystem Lab, which we're going to be talking about today, but I also focus on the 5G Converged Core solution. I've been in the telecom industry for, coming up on, I think, 31 years now, 32 actually.
Wow. We're like brothers here. I have 30 years in, you as well. Telecom is like the mob. Once you go in, you never go out. So alive, that is. So.
It's interesting. I started out really right out of college. I was a software developer working on this cutting edge technology called 2G, GSM, global system mobile communication environments, way back in 1990, focusing on the radio networks way back then. And, I was in development for about 10 years and basically got my MBA and got involved with marketing and really been involved with marketing activities ever since. I know I've really been fortunate because I've really been at the cutting edge of mobile technology ever since I got out of university. I've been involved with 2G, 3G, 4G, WiMAX as well, and now 5G solutions, focusing on everything, like I said, from radio access network to the core. I've done some OSS, BSS work. I've done end-to-end marketing activities. So yeah, I think I've had a very, very kind of like really great and fun and unique journey through the telecom space over the years.
Wow, that's fantastic. And I must say the trailing edge is much more fun than the cutting edge. I like talking about old phones and retro gaming and all kinds of good things. But we won't go there today. What we will talk about is some leading edge tech that you're involved with, in particular, the Open Telecom Ecosystems Lab.
Yep.
OTEL for short.
Yeah.
We love our 4 or 5 letter acronyms in telecom. So
yes, we
I got to make sure I get them straight. But give us some backgrounds on OTEL and how it's advancing 5G innovation within Dell and beyond.
Sure. Well, Dell Technologies has made a commitment to get involved in the telecom system business, and one of the directions that we're taking basically to accelerate and simplify the creation of this open and modern telecom ecosystem is a lab that is really running right now and expanding in capability. And the Open Telecom Ecosystem Lab, or OTEL as we call it for short, is about assembling, testing, and validating the complex end-to-end technical solutions. And the idea is by bringing this together, we can do it at greater speed, as well as create new business opportunities with support of really one of the world's leading sales teams. And and I think it's great because you look at the partners that we're engaging with across the board that are involved in the telecom environment, whether it's network equipment providers, independent software and hardware vendors, and cloud platform companies, as well as the communication service providers. We're bringing this together in a modern DevOps development environment to be able to bring together and make these services happen.
Yeah, that's interesting. I love the focus on modern DevOps. And of course, you're at the cutting edge of ORAN, which requires, very streamlined interoperability across multiple players from the edge to the core to the user. And so what's unique about the lab? And last time I was in a lab, I was using oscilloscopes and voltage and ampere testers. I guess we've come a little bit a ways since then. Is that a good guess?
Yeah, I think so. I guess when you think about the lab itself, there's 2 ways you can think about it, right? So there's a physical lab, which we're actually building in Round Rock, Texas, this really amazing technical capability that's bringing together the latest Dell technology that we can, with really racks of servers to be able to engage and work with partners and operators to be able to make this ecosystem. We're building RF chambers so we can do, a testing of the radio systems from end to end, including the Open RAN solutions. But it's also a collaborative space as well that we can bring together everybody to really create, new capabilities, new services that go along with it. But, even though it's a physical lab that's being built right now, we actually have OTEL that's up and running today, which is really great. We have other dedicated lab spaces that are being used. And with this lab, we can securely take our labs and connect to either partner labs or customer labs to really bring together and make the environments needed for developing these new capabilities and services. So it's really a secure, collaborative environment that brings together some of the world's smartest people and smartest companies to accelerate and energize the creation and adoption of 5G services.
Yeah, I love the idea of energizing, because 5G itself has been a long road, but generally getting products and services and applications to market in telecom is such a long and grinding process.
Yeah.
Many of us who've been in the industry for decades have watched that evolution, and I think we need more of a revolution than an evolution, perhaps, these days to really get 5G advanced and beyond out in the market. So what are some of the challenges you're solving for communication service providers with OTEL?
Yeah, and I think it's the thing you said about, you have these very complex networks, and with the emergence of 5G, that's really accelerated the growth of this complexity. And we see this complexity coming from the evolution of, new use cases that are driving as well as driven by disaggregation. So and what operators must now what they must do is, prove and validate these unique set of solution requirements to really meet the needs of their customers. Additionally, CSPs are requiring vendors to demonstrate interoperability and performance really even before considering new products and solution. And they do it to a degree that is unique to the telecom industry, requiring, specialized lab capabilities. So, and a crucial step in this journey is for the telecom sector to align around cloud native, standards-based, open ecosystem capability that interfaces seamlessly with today's virtualized IT platform. So really it's the complexity, the continuously evolution of standards, there's the difficulty of developing market-ready end-to-end solutions. It's tough for any one vendor to do it. So the idea is bringing these together so that, there's this urgent need to really minimize the risk and avoid creating yet more proprietary solutions. So I think those are some of the challenges that we're looking at overcoming with OTEL, then being to accelerate and make it easier for operators to bring these new services.
That's fantastic. And traditionally, when I think of labs, I think of testing, verification at a simple level.
Mm-hmm.
But OTEL is designed to do much more. What are the range of services that you bring to bear with OTEL?
Yeah, I think you brought one of the key ones, the bread and butter, right? It's really like the certification idea that you want to verify that partners' products can work together. Can we bring a cloud platform together with a network equipment provider software on Dell hardware, or bringing together maybe an application or a capability, in maybe the converged core space or something like that. So the idea is certification is verify that these products work together well on our infrastructure, with the idea that they're good and ready to go coming out the lab. The idea is you want to bug fix in the lab, not at the customer sites. So probably the next service is about solution development, so getting, an end-to-end solution with performances that characterize with, partners to do better performing, customized, optimized solutions. It's also working together with, dedicated labs. So, getting the engineerings together to really develop deeper common technological innovation, doing iterative DevOps improvements so that we can get, the customer outcomes and business value, really as you go through the virtuous cycle of improvement on the solutions.
That's really interesting. When I think of Dell, you're a master of servers and storage and networking and hybrid cloud, but you're really moving up the stack even here to help enable those applications and services to market. Isn't that right?
Yeah. So the idea is, we're bringing together, we start with, kind of a solution overview, then bringing together validated solutions, then integrated solutions, something that Dell's done for a while. And we're bringing this together into the telecom space so that, we can leverage our experience that Dell Technology has done for telecom operators.
That's fantastic. And, I imagine a lot of the development in the lab is proprietary or, under NDA, and you guys work with who's who of the federal governments around the world, and you know how to keep secrets. But can you share any stories that might be public about some favorite anecdotes or customers, or do you have to shoot me if you tell me?
We're gonna have to watch out for that. We are doing some things with whether it's getting a verification of a cloud platform on a specific Dell hardware capability, or say working with operators in the Asia region with some of our partners to quickly accelerate the deployment of 5G core solutions in that area, to working with some of the vendors in the US on their Open RAN deployments. OTEL is being involved in really all of these solutions that we have as we're engaging. And I think that's one of the things is, we are developing a lab, but we are actively working today with both partners and customers within the Open Telecom Ecosystem Lab.
That's fantastic. And give us a peek behind the scenes at Dell EMC. You're an enormous company, but also very innovative and nimble. I see you guys haven't lost a beat during the pandemic. The entire company went remote. You continued to service your customers and grow. And what's that been like for you and your team personally? It must have been quite a challenge.
It is a challenge, but it's an exciting challenge, and we're all very eager to attack it and to be able to make it happen. And I basically came into Dell Technologies around 7 or 8 months ago, and the culture and the energy within Dell Technology was a refreshing breath of fresh air. The challenges are, I think, that, you see the same across the industries that I've been through over time. But the attitude and everybody within Dell Technologies is so just honestly invigorating. And there isn't a single time I've been on a meeting where, things are hard. We're always working through things. We get our successes, but everyone is fundamentally excited to be involved in doing what we're doing here in the telecom system business.
It's interesting. And you work with companies of all size and scale. Mm-hmm. I know some of the biggest phone companies in the world partner with Dell. I was at Dell World actually way back when it was in Austin for the last time. And, you had the chairman, CEO of AT&T on stage with Michael Dell. And this was years ago. And even at that time, you were already partnering with carriers. But you're also working with startups and new entrants and niche players. It's not just about the big blue chip names these days. So how does that work?
It's going great. And I think that's one of the key things about OTEL is we really want it to be truly open. Yes, we're engaging with the major operators out there and the larger, telecom vendors in the market, but we really see OTEL as being truly, open. We want to focus on providing access to anyone who has an opportunity, who has an idea to come into the telecom business. And we got a process for onboarding all the different sizes of solution providers, or people who provide a portion of the overall telecom solution. And it's really great. Really connecting with us is as easy as sending an email to otel@dell.com, and we go through evaluation and onboarding to be able to see if there's an opportunity for you to come in and work with us in the labs.
Fantastic. And we have a bunch of big initiatives in the new year. Mobile World Congress looks like it's back. Mm-hmm. Of course, the industry kind of starts anew from CES to Mobile World Congress onwards. And I got to say, Open RAN is one of the most exciting developments in the industry in, 10 years. Isn't this about software and hardware and this shift to software-defined networks and hybrid cloud and cloud native, as well as just, traditional hardware kind of acceleration?
Yeah, we've seen this across the board. I mean, it really started up in the, in the core area where the functions were being virtualized up there as basically common off the shelf kind of solutions were able to, surpass the dedicated systems that were being used at that time. And we're seeing that and that disaggregation and the ability to put the functions where they need to be for a particular solution across the board. And that's where we see moving all the way down into the Open RAN environment as well too. So as these functions become virtualized and move away from dedicated system, it provides the opportunity. It really de-risks the telecom transformation process by having an ecosystem of partner vendors that can bring their solutions and add more value into the network. And this openness is just going to increase even more. And that's one thing I love about the 5G as a standards go. All of these concepts have been built into the standards, whether it's, like I said, the disaggregation and the openness and the moving to virtualization, but also the ability for 5G to create slices of the network to move the functions where they need to be for the best possible performance of the particular application that they're serving. And 5G and the virtualization of the network and the distribution are the things that are driving that. And that to me is so exciting, and being able to create new opportunities and new chances for faster innovation and value creation.
Awesome. Well, if anyone's listening or watching that would like to get in touch, you can reply to this tweet or post on LinkedIn, and someone from Dell Technologies will be reaching out. Well, wonderful to connect virtually. I hope we can meet face to face, and I'd love to come down to Austin, grab some barbecue, and head out to the lab and really get hands-on with some oscilloscopes. It's been too long.
That'd be fantastic. We'd really love to have you there, Evan.
All right. Well, thanks so much. Stay safe, and congratulations on this most exciting development. Take care, Paul.
Thank you, Evan. Take care, everyone.
Bye.